Greetings to all. Welcome to online teaching session of Academic World School Bevetara, and today we are here for the subject entrepreneurship and we are on the chapter 2, that is entrepreneurial planning. Before we start, I would recommend you to take your notebook and do not forget to do your assignments after watching this video. Today we are going to cover these subtopics, that is financial plan, marketing plan, and in this marketing plan we are going to study about the product, price and place, right? If you remember, in last video we had completed about the content of business plan. So this is the part of business plan itself. They are the components of business plan. We studied over there. There are 5 types of plans. If you remember, organizational plan, operational plan, financial plan, marketing plan, and human resource plan. So out of that we had studied 2 plans, that is organization plan and operational plan, that is production plan, right? And today we are going to focus on next 2 plans, that is financial plan and marketing plan. Today we will not be able to complete this marketing plan, only we will be able to cover these 3 factors under this, and we will be continue this marketing plan in next video. Okay, so what is financial plan? Just for saving time I have written the definition already, so let's focus on this. What is this? Financial plan. It consists of financial statement. What is financial plan? Guys, first of all you have to take care about that it is a written document again. It is a written document and it is a part of business plan. Do not forget that it is a part of business plan. So whatever we are anticipating in the file, in the report file, by which presentation we are going to attract financial institutions, bank, our partners, investors, and we are going to have communication line of action. So whatever the needs were there for the business plan, for that purpose only we are creating here financial plan also, right? So financial plan is a part of business plan. So again it will be the written document. In this written document, what it consists of? It consists of financial statements, expected financial statement. Right now business has not started, business plan is going on. So planning is always in written form and prescription form, right? So action has not done yet, right? So we are just expecting. So it consists of expected financial statement. Whatever we are expecting from our business, we will just project here, such as income statement. What will be the income inflow here? Our balance sheet, what we are expecting, how many assets will be there, how many creditors, how many borrowings will be there, liabilities and asset side both we will be showing here. Cash flow projection, again how much inflow and how much outflow will be there. Then it translates all the part of the business in anticipated financial results. It translates all the other part of business in anticipated financial result. Means whatever the activities business is doing, it tries to translate it into the financial terms. It tries to give the measurement of finance. Like finance is the yardstick, money is the yardstick by which we can measure our growth, by which we can make where our business is growing, it is in the profitable stage or it is in the losses stage. So this plan tries to convert everything, whatever actions we are doing, like we are doing production. So how many, till which time, how many selling will have been done and how much inflow would have been taken by the company. So all these things are expected financial statements have been projected here. So whatever other activities are there, see other parts क्या है? What are the other parts? Sales, production. So these are the other parts. So all other parts are converted here for the financial result. Means it tries to give the financial picture whether we will be in the profitable stage or in the losses stage. So this is the financial plan. Again I am telling you, this is not an action, this is just a plan. Plan goes into the written part and in the verbal part. Actions have not been done, right? So financial plan is this. So what are its major components? will be viable or not. Whether the business will be viable or not. Viable means feasibility, means it will run for long term or not. So a financial plan helps us to know whether the business will be viable or not. And the second one helps to know the investors about the scope of future and profitability. What happens here? That here it helps investors to know whether in what will be the scope of future, and profitability. Both the things it helps investors to know about the business. Only then, after watching this plan, investors decide whether they want to invest in the business or not. And I have already told that it is viable or not. Viable means it is feasible or not. The business would run for long term or not. So these two major benefits it provides. Now we are coming on major components of financial plan. Major components of financial plan. First one is break-even analysis. See, I don't know whether you have studied break-even analysis in economics or not, but it is a wider part. It cannot be completed in just a minute, but it is a part of financial plan. That is why I will put some light on it. What is break-even analysis? Break-even analysis gives idea of a point when company reaches no profit, no loss point. When company reaches no profit, no loss point. I can show you one representation of a graph. Suppose this is a graph here and this is a cost here and here sales, right? So suppose this is a cost, okay, and here we are doing sales. This is sales graph going on, sales, and this is cost graph going on, right? So they both lines, see how much cost it is prevailing for a product and how much sale it is going on for a product. They both are intersecting at this point, right? So if sales are before this point is losses, right? If sales will be less than this point, then losses will be there, and sales will be more than this point, then profit will be there. But this point is break-even point. Break-even point, that means on this point, when sales will reach to this point, at this point there will be no profit, no loss. Means company has reached to a position when there is no profit, no loss. Before this losses, after this profit. Okay. So this is known as a small structure of break-even analysis. Going to the deeper when you study economics, break-even analysis point. Like, but this is a summary of break-even analysis. So I hope you are clear with this break-even analysis. Second component we are coming on, that is fixed capital requirement. Fixed capital requirement. So fixed capital requirement here, what is this fixed capital requirement? Here in this plan, we assess, we analyze how much fixed capital will be needed, how much fixed capital will be needed, and how will it be arranged? public deposit. So all these are the ways from where we arrange our funds, right? Next is schedule for the procurement of capital. Schedule for the procurement of capital means how for our company, for one's company, whosoever is making this plan, for one's company, which source is suitable and why, and how it will be arranged. See, for one company, which source is suitable, first point, why, give reason, and how will it be arranged, third point, right? So these all points will be asked and clarified in this point. Schedule for the procurement. Procurement means arrangement. So whole schedule, whole point will be clarified here. How capital will be arranged for one's company, for a particular company. So specific points for which are suitable to that company only that points are described in this point, right? Next. Schedule for the procurement of assets. Like here we did how we arrange capital, here we are doing how we will arrange assets. So will assets be available or not? Assets are available or not? From where you will procure your assets? What price? Will it be affordable or not? So all these points will be answered here only in this point, that assets, whatever assets are suitable to the company, whether they are available or not, from where you are going to have them, and what will be the price of them. Will it be suitable to the financial plan or not? So all these points will be clarified here. Last point, cash flow projection. Cash flow projection shows the predicted inflow of cash. Predicted inflow of cash. That means how much inflow business is expecting, that will be shown here, and how much outflow of cash will be also projected here. Projected means shown here. So expected cash flow will be made, and in that inflow and outflow of the cash will be shown, which are expected in the nearer future of the business, right? So these are the major components of financial plan. I hope they are clear to you. See, there are the 7 points, 7 major elements of financial plan. So here we end our financial plan with 7 points. Now we are coming on marketing plan. Okay. Marketing plan. Good market plan. First of all, it tells us the strategy to sell the product. Strategy to sell the product, how the product will be sold, right? It clarify about 4 P's. You know about the 4 P's? What are 4 P's? Price, product, place, promotion. So all these 4 P's it clarified, gives specific information about all 4 P's, right? Next, it also gives the viability of product or any technological complexity. So viability of product, for how long this product will be demanded in the market, for how long people will like our product, and technological complexity, how much technology will be upgraded or expected to upgrade in this point. All these are the qualities of business plan, market plan, I mean. So in this market plan, these things should be present. Okay. That marketing plan should focus on value proposition. What is value proposition? Value proposition means customer pay for added value of product. Means customer always pay for what it likes. So what are the value, what he actually likes in the product. So customer actually pay that. So marketing plan should always focus on upgradation of values of your product. Then next is it should be dynamic. It should be dynamic. Means the plan should be adaptable to changes. Adaptable to changes. Plan should be adaptable to changes. So these are the 5 qualities of a good marketing plan. It should be present in all the marketing plan. Now we are coming to all its component, product, price and place we are going to cover. So let's come to the product. Okay. Which is also known as product mix. If you remember, then there are 4 P's. What are the 4 P's? Product mix, price mix, place mix, and promotion mix. So this is the 4 P's, right? Product, price, place, promotion. Whenever we are going to launch a product, so about that product we should be clear about these 4 factors. Okay, so we are coming on the product mix first factor. All the decisions related to product are known as product mix. All the important decisions related to a product, all the decisions like quality, size, weight, packaging, designing, label, powder. But now they sell their deodorants, they sell their soaps and many more consumable goods, right? So they have diversified their product, they have diversified their company, so which is known as product assortment, right? So Nirma came with one product, but with the time passage it went into the product assortment, product diversification. So this is also a decision comes under the product mix. All right. Next week, let us come to the price. Price mix. What is price mix? All the decisions related to price of a product are known as price mix, right? There are two major policies. Two major policy of price mix, that is price skimming and penetration price. Price skimming and penetration price. So let us see what is this. I hope you have written this. So let's see first, that is price skimming. Price skimming are the strategy to charge high price while introducing innovative product and reduce the price when time passes. For example, Samsung or Nokia or any other electronic company. See here what happens here, strategy to charge high price when the product is introduced first, launched first, they charge very high price because they are introducing innovative product. While introducing innovative product, they charge high price, and when time passes, slowly they reduce the price. You take example of all the phone new models they are coming into the market. When phone get launches, its price are very high. Say Apple phone. Apple phone's prices are very high, 90,000, 80,000 you get into India when they are launched newly. But when time passes after 1 year, 2 years, it comes to 40,000, 35,000, 30,000 distribution are known as place distribution or physical distribution. That how we will distribute the product, how our product will reach to the customer, right? So there are channels of distribution like manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, retailer to consumer, and sometimes agents are there in between, distributors are there in between, right? So this is a channel of distribution. So what channel we will introduce and what will be the factors on what basis we take these decisions. So let's have this factors for place mix. So there are basically 5 factors. Product related factors. First of all, we are going to study about the product related factor. There are 4 factors. We can say like this. First of all, value of product. Second is complexity of product. Second is nature of product, and third is perishable and non-perishable. So let us say this channel of distribution are bigger channel. This is the bigger channel, manufacturer to wholesaler, retailer to consumer. And what is the smaller channel? What is that smaller channel? Directly manufacturer to consumer. Direct. There will be no middleman in between, right? So smaller channel, direct channel, we call it direct channel also, and this is indirect channel. So while explaining all the factor, I will be using 2 words, direct channel or indirect channel. Direct channel means manufacturer to consumer directly, no middleman, and here there are so many middlemen are there, wholesaler, retailer, everybody will be there. So I will be explaining this value of product. If value of product will be higher, expensive है product like diamonds are there, है ना? So we will be using direct channel. If price of the product is lower, price is lower product, then we can use indirect channel. Like FMCG product, you get shampoo, you get oil, soap, you get it from the mediums like wholesaler to retailer to you, right? So it is an indirect channel. But if prices of the product is very high, diamond, gold, so you directly go to the shop or you directly go to the Tanishq, you directly go to the PC jeweler to their own outlet and they sell you directly, right? Complexity of the product. Complexity means it is so heavy, bulky, and you cannot take it easily. Like if you are handling this duster, it is easy to handle, no complexity. But think about the machinery, a big machinery. Can you handle it like so easily? No. So complexity is, if a product is complex, then you will use direct channel. And if product is not complex, then you will use indirect channel. Get it? Nature of the product. There are 2 types of nature, that is customized or standard product. Customized product where you require a person who interact with you, who handle your queries. Like you go to the tailor shop, so tailor need to interact with you directly. So you need direct channel over there. So if the product is customized according to the customer's demand, so at that time you need direct channel. And if the product is standard, see this is standard product, you get 1000 duster of same size, same weight, same function, right? Next comes company related factor. Company related only two factor: degree of control and finance. If they want high degree of control, a company want, then they go for the direct channel. How? Like Bata showroom, they want to understand their customer, they want to keep the records of their customer, means they want to know where their product is going, they want to keep high control. So they accept direct channel, they sell their product from their own outlet. So direct channel. And if no control they want, then it is indirect channel. Right? Finance means that if a company is good condition financially, then they can go for direct channel, like they open their own outlet. Tanishq, Bata, they open their own outlet, heavy investment, heavy price, right? Good condition, direct channel. And second is no good condition, not weak condition, we can say. Weak condition we can have indirect channel. The company need to dependent on distribution system if they are weak in finance condition, right? Next is market related factors. So market related: size of the market, nature of market, area of market, and quantity purchase. See here, the size of the market means if size is bigger, so you need more people to cover all your customers, so you go for indirect channel. If size is small, then direct channel. Next is nature of market. Nature, to whom you are selling your product. If industrial customer is there who are buying your machinery, steel, so they need direct selling. Okay. So if industrial market is there, then they need direct selling. If consumer products are there, then you can go for indirect channel. Consumer product matlab FMCG product, frequently moving goods, whatever you are using in your daily life. So they come through the larger channel. But machineries are there or steel products are there, so you have to go for the direct channel. Like area. If area is concentrated matlab all the customers are in the smaller area, means they are not scattered. So you can go for the direct channel. Right? Because in a small area you will open one outlet and you will cover all the customers. So there is no need of the indirect channel. But if the area is fragmented, what is fragmented? Scattered, bikhra hua. Right? Customers are scattered, then you will go for indirect channel. Right? Next is quantity purchase. If quantity is bulky, heavy, then go for direct channel. If small quantity is there, then go for indirect channel. Right? Bulky, heavy. If people are buying so much product, if one customer is buying a lot from you, then you will go for direct. Okay, I will deal and I will give the product. Otherwise, a small product, only one pen somebody has to buy, then go for the indirect channel. Okay. Only last two small topics, that is competitors. In this, we actually do whatever our competitors are doing. We are actually here accept the physical distribution the way our competitors are accepting. So competitors distribution channel will be accepted here. Next, ecological. Or environmental. In this, we take care about the environment, we take care about the non-polluting methods, right? So, the methods which give less pollution. once you join the classes. This is it. And likewise, we have covered all the points. Okay, do not forget to complete your assignment. Stay home, stay safe.